Now at 6, changing course. Carnival's cruises to Cuba now full speed ahead as the Cuban government makes a sudden shift in policy. The first sailing, no doubt an historic one, leaves Port Miami 1 week from Sunday, and U.S. citizens who were born in Cuba will be allowed to board. CBS 4's Gary Nelson is live at Carnival headquarters in Doral with a reaction to this pretty dramatic announcement, Gary.
It is absolutely dramatic. Now, if you have about $5,000 on hand, there are still some luxury cabins available on the first commercial cruise from the United States to Cuba. This historic agreement now assuring that all those wanting to go will be treated equally. Amid a public outcry, threats of sanctions by Miami-Dade's mayor,
we should not be in a situation where the Cuban government is forcing its discrimination policy on us.
even criticism from the Secretary of State while he was in Miami. Carnival Cruise Lines announced it would not sail its Fathom ship Bedonia to Cuba unless Cuban-born Americans were allowed to join the cruise. In an historic breakthrough now, Carnival's persuaded the Cuban government to lift its law barring Cuban-born U.S. citizens from traveling there by boat.
Well, I want to thank Cuba for taking the step. All along, we felt we were very positive this would happen. We weren't quite sure of the timing, but we were confident all along.
Carnival's boss says even before criticism began, the company was pressing Cuba to eliminate the passenger restrictions.
And even though there was a lot of noise that got generated, which made us nervous, we thought it might disrupt the process. In the end, it didn't.
It's thought to be an unprecedented accomplishment. Carnival wrangling a deal with the Castro regime. An impressed Miami-Dade mayor today.
I've been here since 1960. I don't recall one time where a corporation, an American corporation, was able to effectuate change in the policy of the Cuban government.
Carnival's Bedonia is set for its maiden voyage to Cuba May 1st, and the word is all aboard. And what would this story be without some irony? The deal allowing Cuban-born U.S. citizens to cruise to Cuba was negotiated on Carnival's end by a senior executive here who is, in fact, a Cuban-born U.S. citizen. We're live in Doral. Gary Nelson, CBS 4 News.